Hello again. Firstly, I wanted to make this video not to show off, but instead because I thought it'd be cool to share some stories about some TF2 YouTubers I've run into or ever interacted with. The first YouTuber I ever ran into was Raw. Me and my friend were queuing together and got put into a Snowy Coast match while it was about to end. And I looked at the scoreboard and saw that our top player was Raw, playing as Spy. Once the round ended, he immediately left. I wasn't able to find the screenshot of it, but it was cool running into someone like that. The next time I ran into someone like that, the summer update had just been released and the Saxon Hail game mode was officially released onto Valve servers. I was queuing with that same friend and we ended up in a game of Capture the Flag in the map Well. We had both just spawned in and the first thing we see was a scout with the name James McGinn. I wanted to check sure if it was the real guy who did the voices for the mercs of the new Saxon Hail game mode, and it was, which was cool. I challenged him to a game of rock, paper, scissors, which he accepted. I ended up losing, but it was still fun to meet someone who's pretty talented. The next two YouTubers I ran into were actually while I was playing with two different streamers that I also ran into. The first streamer I ran into was Captain Cupcake69, who was streaming with some of his other friends as well. I bumped into him while doing Halloween contracts, so he decided to let me join him to help him, since I already finished all of mine. We queued up into a game of Hell Train, nothing really interesting happened. We finished our contracts and got the hell out of there. But when I looked back at the VOD, I noticed that Monkey was apparently in that game of Hell Train we were in. I wasn't able to get a screenshot because I didn't know he was there and the VOD got deleted. But that's funny how I never knew until I had to look back at the stream. The second streamer I found was a guy named Lordly. We were also playing Halloween maps and getting Halloween contracts done too. This was also my first time doing Halloween contracts, so I wanted to get as much done as I could. We spawned into a game of Mansylvania, and we were getting spawn camped by a pyro with a pocket medic. We were all getting a bit pissed about dying over and over again to them. So I checked who it was and found out it was Squim Jim, which is surprising to see. Then we all realized that's probably why the medic was pocketing him. He is a YouTuber after all. Once the round ended, we just left. Nothing else we could really do. Another person, which I was also unable to find a photo of, was C Ravioli. I was put into a match of Upward, and as it was ending, I noticed he was on the other team, and doing pretty well. Nothing really interesting happened. I didn't really talk to him. Nothing happened. These next two interactions were probably the most interesting interactions of this entire video. I was in a game of Harvest. I was playing my favorite playstyle for Harvest with Trolliger. I looked to the scoreboard to see that Bird is also in the game on the other team. Nothing really happened until I killed him without realizing it, and he just puts whip in the chat. So I respond with, yeah, whip is pretty good. Then he asked me if I want to see his whip and what is his name. I let him kill me and showed that his whip was named Market Gardener Odyssey, and that he plans to get a hail zone on his whip. The round ended, and the very next round started. I asked him if he wanted to duel with whips, so he agreed. So we had a very huge, intense, massively uneventful duel because we kept dying from everyone else before we could find each other. But at the very end, I found him and killed him at the last second before the round ended, and I won the duel 1-0. He was a good sport about it, which is always nice. The final person I ever found, I was solo queuing into casual, and got put in a Barn Blitz match. Played the game like normal for the first half. Then I see someone put this in the chat. I think, oh god, it's just someone who's going to spam Among Us binds. Then I look to see who it is, and it's Jameski. I then see that he's wearing his Yoda gaming loadout and has a sign that says, "Team, for fuck's sake, we don't need 4 snipers." Then when others recognized that he joined, James tried getting off topic by calling everyone French and wanting to duel them, but they're too scared to fight. The match went on as normal, but towards the end, James found an enemy heavy, and they both started conging. I walked in on them and saw that they were dancing. I joined in too, which caused the entire server to start dancing with us. This even went on after the match ended and the server had restarted. The entirety of the next match was us just dancing to the end. And shortly after he left and went to play a match with his friends, everyone else was still dancing until some new players showed up and started fighting again. But it was fun running into him. Doubt anyone made it to the end, but if you did, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I might plan on uploading more TF2 stuff or just uploading in general, but with school and work, there's no promises. But hey, since you're here, I'll let you in on a little secret. Remember that second streamer I was playing with, I was talking about? Well, he just released merch for his channel, and I'm a part of it! He asked if I wanted to have some stuff to sell, and I agreed. So these are the first official pieces of Purple Lava merch. I'm grateful to be a part of it, and have physical things in my little guy. Anyway, thanks for sticking with me. Have a good day, night, whatever the hell it is for you.